Good evening and welcome, everybody. Welcome to DeWitt 3D on this wonderful, fine Sunday afternoon, evening, depending on what time zone you're in. We had to switch the clocks ahead an hour today, so we lost an hour of sleep last night. So there we go. I'm assuming I can be heard. Yes, I can be heard. Nobody's going to fool me today. So let's say hello to first and foremost Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. You're on the stream. Share, like, subscribe, everything he said to do there. Andrew Humphrey is here. You're early today, Andrew. Nick is here, and Sir McSquishy, Cliff D. Who else do I see? Guy the Jedi is here, and who else popped in? Let's see, Jeff Thorson and Joseph Jolly, I think. Cranky for losing that hour. No kidding, right? I think I've got everybody that's chatted so far. It shows we have 16 people going on. Edward Rand has just joined us. Hello, hello. So we are going to continue today with the BoxTurtle build, and I think we're coming down. Coming down close to winding down. We are coming close to winding it down and getting all. Then we're going to work on firmware, et cetera, et cetera. So if you recall, last week I was having issues, not issues, but I couldn't get the Voron going. I was having issues with connecting to the network, et cetera, et cetera. That is all resolved. Excuse me. So we are going to be able to flash our board today. At least I'm going to attempt to flash the board today. I'm going to be following the instructions. I downloaded this, and I've also got it loaded on the screen. But I've downloaded this manual. It's the ISIX Tech AFC Lite manual. I'm going to go from this. I know there's the other one that's available there, but this one looks like everything I need. I'm going to be connecting via USB. I do not have CAN bus on this particular printer. Actually, I don't have CAN bus on any of my particular printers. So there we go. Yeah. Yes, you won. What did you win? Anyways, speaking of winning, thank you. Stick around. We are going to be doing the Polymaker draw, which is going to be going on sometimes during my stream, usually about an hour and a half into the stream. We're going to do the Polymaker draw for our roll of Polymaker Filament, which is these guys right here, okay? And I also want to thank these guys right here, LDO Motors, for sponsoring this build. LDO Motors did generously provide the BoxTurtle kit for me to do the build live stream. And we are doing, as I say, the BoxTurtle kit. There we go. So yes, thank you, LDO. Thank you, Polymaker. And yes, this has been a fun build so far. I don't know about you guys, but I have quite enjoyed this build so far. So you keep getting contest is closed. Oh, you mean you want me to go ahead and open the form? Why would I do that? Actually, that's one thing I did forget to do. Give me 2 seconds. And the form will be open in, here we go. It's right there. All I have to do is go right onto here. March 9th, I have to go here, and I have to go, oh, stop. What do you, there, I have to go enable. The form is now live. So I'm going to put the link in the description right now. Boom, boom. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to pop the link in the chat right now, and I'm going to pin it at the top of the chat. Paste it here. So here is a link you go to win yourself a roll of Polymaker or a Polymaker gift card, which will allow you to buy some Polymaker filament. I am going to go ahead and pin this to the top of the chat right there. There we go. The form is open. I keep it closed till stream time. Usually I open it a little bit before stream time, but this time I thought I'd keep you guessing. But the form is open. Go ahead and enter. You can find the link in the description, or you can find the link at the top of the chat, which is right up over this way here, right under the turtle's bum. So there we go. Your shirt should include the word duct tape. Yeah, with zip ties, duct tape, hopes and dreams. You can do anything. Absolutely. Made this shirt a long time ago, like I think a couple of years ago. So I sent one to Canuck Creator as well. He wore one on his stream last week or the week before. So here we go. So yes, you should be able to get into the forum now. If you can't, let me know, but you should be able to get into it. So speaking of getting into it, let's get into this build. So we do have it ready. For those of you curious about it, if you have Vorons or you're working on a Voron, the issue I was having, so when I imaged the Raspberry Pi, the card for the Raspberry Pi and put it in, I assumed that all the network's information for connecting to my wireless network would transfer over. I assumed wrong. I had to go in and create they had a file in there called wpa.supplicant sample. I had to go into that sample supplicant file, put my network information in, take off the word sample, and just put wpa.supplicant file in there, and it worked. We got it all fired up. We've been spending some time this week recompiling my printer config file because, silly me, I forgot to back it up when I deleted the card. I didn't back it up, but we did it all fresh. It's all fresh. We got the beacon probe working, we got everything working. We actually did a test print during Jerry's stream yesterday, and this test print came out beautiful. I mean, I don't know, considering I have not tuned this printer one bit. That's not true. I did do a PID tuning for the hot end and the bed, and I did do a resonance compensation tuning on it as well. So, but that's it for tuning. I haven't done a flow, anything like that. And this thing, I mean, look at this was a fairly tall print, but that came out beautiful. This was my first test print. I just wanted to do a short test print to see how it was working. And my short test print turned into this 8-hour print. And I mean, it's beautiful. No cleanup done on this, nothing. So yeah. So this was great for a test print. And for those of you wondering, this is it's an egg holder for a fridge, which will go into the fridge. I'm working on something for holding some eggs underneath the shelf in the fridge. So that was my test print. Turned out really cool. Egg tray on the inside and roof tile on the outside. Oh, true. That's true. It almost does look like a roof tile. Somebody thought yesterday it was a number 3. Is that backwards or is that? Anyways, yeah. So that worked out well. The test print worked out well. The printer's performing great. I have gone ahead and I have added a USB cable to the main board down below. So we have the USB-C here, which is going to go into the AFC light board. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. For flashing the AFC light board. Don't know what that was. And that's hooked up underneath. I just did that pre-stream just because, you know, there's no magic to it. You just find an empty USB on the Raspberry Pi, plug it in, boom, we can flash the board this way. And we're going to follow these instructions to flash the board. The turtle is right back here. Almost all finished wired up. I just have to back up the wiring a little bit because I forgot to put one of the wires in the loop, and so forth and so on. So a few people are dropping in now. The Ranch Kid dropped in, and Tuxedo is here. Hey guys. So yeah, so let's get at it. We have 19 people. Get some likes going, guys. I hope that little jazzy music at the beginning was kind of cool waiting. Get this, the music I played last week in the 5-minute countdown timer was a free Adobe royalty-free song, and it was just something totally different. I got demonetized. I had to delete that portion of the stream, which is only the countdown, not a big deal, because they say that it was a copyright infringement on some Christmas song. I didn't bother fighting it because why bother? I just deleted the first 5 minutes of the video, so it started in as me starting up. So because nobody's going to watch that countdown timer on a rewatch anyway. So I just found it really weird that it was nothing. It wasn't the same song they were saying that it was copywriting infringing on. So whatever. Anyways, it's all good. Here we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and see about flashing this card. Then we can hook all the wires up and everything like that. The only thing that I haven't really figured out yet is what's going to power this. I know we're going to hook it up with USB-C, but possibly the USB-C is what's going to power it as well. So let's go ahead and see what the instructions are going to tell us to do. YouTube can be so ridiculous. Yeah, it can be. And again, I could have fought it. Yeah, but all I had to do was remove the 5-minute timer version, so I didn't bother. We'll see what happens with this one. I played a different tune today on the beginning, but yet the very quiet music I played at the end of the stream last week was fine. So go figure. At least it's fine for now. So we are on this part here. Let me just switch and show you where we're going to here. Oh, I got to adjust this camera so my face is in there while I don't know why I'm on the overhead. I want to be on the. This is the one I want to be on. So we're on this part. We're going to go into here And I believe we are here. Yeah, so I went in here. We're going to go to the AFC Light Manual, which is going to open up on the GitHub page. And here we go. We're going to follow this, and we're going to be doing the USB firmware flashing, because we do not have CAN bus and catapult. I don't need that one. Actually, Tim, you'll need the 24-volt supply to operate the board, but you can flash it using 5-volt from the USB plug. Oh, okay, so I will need a 24-volt supply from somewhere. Okay, I could probably have to supply that from the main board or something. And I guess I'll check with you in a minute, but I don't know where I plugged the 24-volt supply in here. Actually, maybe you guys do know. Here, let's switch back to this guy here. Whoops. Why did I just, cut? Okay, yeah, hang on. let's switch back to this. And in here, so I know the USB-C goes right here, but unless, is this the power supply? Is this the power plug right here? Is that where the 24-volt power has got to go in? Is this guy here? Because this doesn't really say on the front what it is, but I would assume then that that's the only other port I could see for power, is that one there. So, but for flashing it, I guess we won't worry about that. So Tuxedo says, yes, it is. Okay, perfect. So we'll have to find a 24-volt power supply and run it to here. I'll have to find out the pinout on this, et cetera, although I'm sure that's listed on the board specifications for this board over here. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at the flashing of the board. It's the CAN and power plug. Oh, okay. It's the CAN and power plug, even though I'm doing USB. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to go to the AFC light features, 5-volt, 3-volt status lights, pinout. Well, there's a pinout right there. See, that's exactly what I wanted, what I was looking at. So 24-volt ground in. Oh, so that's 24 in, 24 ground. So it's basically these two pins right here are the ones I'm going to be concerned with for 24 volts coming in, because we're not using CAN. Okay, so CAN with catapult, we're going to skip right by that. And we're going to load more pages here. You're being watched, so good luck. I'm being watched. Who's watching me? Everybody's watching me. Flashing USB. Here we go. Make sure the 5-volt source switch is flipped to buck, which it is, and I'll show you that on the card after. So it is switched to buck. Connect AFC light to power and USB. Turn it on. SSH to Pi. Now, can I hot plug this in? My printer's on right now. Can I plug this in hot, or do I need to power down my Pi? Let's see. I think I read somewhere that they suggest you power down the Pi and then power it back up. Connect the AFC light to the power and USB, turn it on, SSH into Pi. Okay, so we'll power it off just to be safe. I'd rather be safe than sorry, so we'll power it off. Accept, and then we'll plug it in, then power it back on. So let's go behind here, flip the power. Okay, now that we've shut down properly, and we'll grab our USB-C here. Why did I just lose? Where's the picture? What's going on? What's going on? I just lost my camera. My camera's gone. Hang on one sec, guys. Hang on one sec. What happened to my camera? Oh, yeah. Did I hit I didn't hit a wire. Plug here, my camera power. See what's going on here. Camera should be on now. Hang on. So it's on. Oh, there we are. Okay. Weird. My camera just powered itself off, even though it's got continuous power on. That's a first for that camera. Okay. There we go. What can I say? Blinking in and out. Battery. No, it's plugged in. It's got a dummy battery in, so it's full power. So, okay, here we go. So we're going to plug the USB-C in. Now, I did get, I do have these little things here, because I was thinking that if I switch to this guy, if you look at the way this USB-C port comes out, it's going to be in the BoxTurtle like this. And if you have a cable coming up here, that's going to stick right out of the bottom of it. So I've got a couple of these things, and I think I'm going to use It's an L adapter for USB-C, an L adapter. Is this guy right here. So I think I'm going to plug this in like that. And hopefully it'll still fit in there, and then have the USB-C coming out like that. And then that way we're not impeding with the bottom. I don't know how tall the feet are going to be, etc., but I don't want that sticking out of the bottom too much. So we'll see what happens. The new Vanta Black filter. Fade to black. There we go. Okay, so let's turn on the printer and see if we get our indicator lights here showing that we are 5 volt. We are over on buck. So this is USB and this is buck. And it said to put it on buck even though we are running USB. So you can flash clipper on the AFC using USB power. But in that situation, you have to put the switch at the 5 volt position. I think, yeah, and I think that's what it's telling me to do. I think 5 volt is the buck position, which I have it on right now. So let's power the printer on to power up the Pi. So that should give us a light on the board, possibly. And I don't see no light showing anything coming in. Now, now I'm assuming I'm getting 5 volts out of this from the Pi. I don't know. But I see no indicator light here showing any power. If you put that switch to buck, you have to have 24. So I have to have it over this way? Oh, there we go. Okay, put it that way. And then I have a 5. Okay, I see what you're saying. Now it's saying 3.3 volts. The 5 volts not lit up on that. So we have the 3.3 volt and the status indicator lit up. Is that going to work? You can't let me buck it up. Now I can flash it. Okay, perfect. Now I can flash it. Okie doke. It's one of those things. I follow instructions and then I find out that the instructions are not 100. It doesn't tell me I have to have 24 volts in there to have it on buck side. But anyways, okay. So I need to SSH into the Pi. So I'm going to use putty because the USB-C is 3.3 supply. Oh, okay. But I can still flash it. Okay, makes sense. See, I learn everything as I go. You guys teach me more than I teach you. Not that I teach anything. Okay, so let's open putty. Let's play with some putty. Assuming this thing is booted up, it is. And we'll go to putty. And we are 10.0.0.222. And we are in. So let me move this over here and share this screen right here. Is the other end plugged into PC? The other end of this cable here, Jerry, is plugged into the Raspberry Pi board on the printer. Yeah, which I understand was correct because it told me to plug it into the connect it to the AFC light to power and USB turn it on. So we're going to SSH into the Pi. So I'm going to move to my display. Here we go. And we're going to go Pi as the standard login. And my password, I'm going to tell everybody this, but don't everybody give it away. Raspberry. Okay, we are in. So now go to the clipper and do a make clean. So we will go tilde clipper. That's not a tilde. That's a tilde clipper. Oops, / clipper. And that'll take us to a clipper directory. No, it won't. Tilde clipper. Tilde / clipper. What did I do? Is a directory. Did I not? I didn't go to the right thing. Tilde / clipper. Well, I must be. Let's see what happens then. You brought everything to convert to a machine clipper to the Sovol SV8, but have not started it yet. Okay. No rule to make target clean. Stop. Okay, so I'm doing something wrong here. Go to tilde / clipper. That should have taken me to my clipper directory, but it obviously didn't. See, this is where you guys are going to help me a lot here. CD tilde slash clipper. Tilde slash clipper. There we are. That's old DOS. That's old standard DOS stuff, isn't it? Well, why didn't it tell me CD? Okay, make clean. There we go. And then make menu config. Okay, here we are. So now on the AFC light, hold the boot button while holding it and press and release the reset button and then release the boot button. Okay, hang on a minute. Okay, make use config and then make, use the settings below and then make, okay, so I got to use these settings first. Haha, okay. Unix, CD, Unix, Linux. DOS is a goot. Windows sucks. I learned computers with DOS, MS-DOS. Okay, so enable extra low-level configuration options. We want to enable that. Okay, and then we want to go microcontroller architecture. SMI microcontrollers, SM32 right there. And then we want to go processor model STM 32H723. Right down here, right there. STM32H723. I'm going to assume that's the AFC light board. Okay, so we'll change that. And then bootloader offset, no bootloader. Bootloader offset, no bootloader. Okay, and clock reference 25 millihertz crystal. There we go. Communication interface USB on PA11, PA12, which we already have set. USB IDs and GPIO pins set to microcontroller startup. Is that? Oh yeah, no. I don't think I needed to do anything there. Set to microcontroller startup. Okay, and I think that's it. So now I need to save this. So quit and yes to save, and then now make. Then type make. Enter. There we go. Hopefully I'm doing it right. This stuff is this stuff makes me just not really. It's cold in here. It makes me sweat and makes me nervous because it's like I'm manipulating the brains of the printer, and I don't know. And it's supposed to be manipulating the brains of this thing here, and I hope I don't affect my printer itself with Clipper. So. Okay, now it's compiling the firmware. So let's see where we're at here. There we go. So far we're doing something. Looking out Clipper elf. Linking out Clipper elf. Oh, it's got an elf in it. There we go. So it finished that. Okay. Now the instructions say use on the AFC light. Okay, now on the AFC light, hold the boot button while holding it, press and release the reset button, then release the boot button. Okay. So let's move to this guy here. So just so I can see, okay, so we have they're tiny buttons here, hard to see, but we have the reset button here and we have the boot button on this side. So I don't want to screw this up. Hold the boot button. While holding it, press and release the reset button, then release the boot button. Hold the boot button, press and release the reset button, and then release the boot button. Done. So obviously I reset something because my status light is off. So I've reset it. Okay, done. Use ls sub to verify that AFC light is in DFU mode. Okay, so let's go up over here and we're going to type in LSUSB. And device, let's see, Linux found 3 root, blah, S microcontrollers DSM. Okay, and verify that your AFC light is in DFU mode. I'm going to assume that means it's in DFU mode. Right there, STM Microelectronics STM device is in DFU mode. So right there, I think is what it's telling me right there, that it's in DFU. Oh, hang on. Helps if I show the display. Right there, it tells me that my microprocessor The SM Microelectronics STM device is in DFU mode, so I assume I'm good. Okay, now, next instruction is flash clipper using make flash device. Okay, I think I'm just going to copy this. Can I copy that? No, I can't. So I'll just have to type that in. Okay, so we're going to go make flash, oops, underscore device equals 0483 colon DF11. And okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Enter. Nothing happening on the board, no flashing. Enter password for Pi, absolutely. RASPBERRY. Okay. Looks like we're flashing. Make error 255. If the device is already in bootloader mode, it can be flashed with the following command. Or make flash beta. If attempting to flash a 3.3 volt serial, then use make serial flash. Because my device is in 3.3 volt mode. I'm going to assume that because my device is in 3.3 volt mode, that I have to use that separate command there, which will do. And had I known that, I would have got a 24 volt power supply to it. But let's go ahead and do what they say here. So I believe I can take this, and I believe I can highlight this and right mouse click to copy, and it takes it there, and then I hit enter. And then I've got an error 1. Using Fraser raw binary error probing interface serial passes cannot handle device. Okay, so I'm doing something wrong here. Hey, Pupaway. Hey, 3D Experiments. Hello, hello. That's probably why the manual wants you to use a 24 volt supply. No, that's okay. It is okay that error happens. So does it mean that that error happens? Did I flash the board though? I guess I can always do a LS device serial by ID and see if the board is there. It said it downloaded. Oh, did it? Okay. Oh yeah, file downloaded successfully. Okay, error during download, get status. I see. Okay, so it did down. You're right. It does say here, right here. It does say up here, right there. Where did it say it? It was just up here. I just saw it. File downloaded successfully. It said right there. Okay, well, that's LSUSB again. I can do that, I'm sure. LSUSB. And it is in, oh, it's showing a different one now. That's the beacon for some reason. Okay, let's see if I LSDV. See what shows up here. Yeah, well, we have beacon, clipper, and clipper. So we now have two IDs here. So I'm going to assume one of them is for the AFC light. We have the one for the beacon probe. We have the one which I think I have to double check is for clipper, and or for the main board, and then the other one's got to be for the AFC light. So I think we're okay. It's no longer in DFU mode. No, I think I'm good. I think, yeah, we're not in DFU mode. It didn't say that. And now we are showing the serial for all 3 devices. So I think we're good. So I'm going to leave that on the screen. So I have this. Well, let's see what else it says to do here. Oh, I think that's it. So the board has been flashed. I believe I've flashed the board. Let's see. Is there anything else below here? 5 volt switch. Now, do I leave that switch? I guess that switch is just for flashing. I just leave it where I have it. This should be kept. Oh, this should be kept at the buck position during regular operation. Flipping the switch to USB makes the MCU draw its power from the USB-C cable, which can be useful for firmware flashing, which we just did in certain scenarios when there isn't a convenient 24 volt source. In this mode, the PCB won't be fully functional. Okay, there we go. Okay, fair enough. Now we're going to do, we get on the clipper config and everything afterwards. So I think we're good to move on right now. Did it play music once it's done? No. In my head, it went boom, boom, boo. No. So I'm going to find a 24-volt source. I think I have one of these connectors. And I think for a 24-volt source, the 24-volt source, I will just run off of my main board or my main power supply, which is 24 volts. And we'll just run a power supply from there up to the board once we figure out if I have that right plug. But in the meantime now, I guess we're flashed. Now, the beauty of streaming, you have instant online help, amazing online help. You guys are awesome. Can I hot unplug this? Or should I shut down and then unplug this from the board? Consensus, anybody? Tuxedo, I'm sure you'll answer. Pseudo shutdown. Oh, pseudo shutdown. Oh, okay. Where did that go? Pseudo shutdown. Display. There was pseudo. Shut up. Shut down. Okay, shutdown scheduled for. Okay, something shut down. Yeah. Scheduled for 17:32, 5:30. Oh, it's going to shut down in 1 minute. I didn't tell it to schedule. So does that mean it's going to shut down my system in 1 minute? Safer to shut down. Yeah, we're going to get flashed. Let me get a drink. Well, this is shutting down. That's weird. I just want to see if it actually. I want to see if it actually shuts down when my clock hits 5:32. My clock says 5:31 right now. And it says it's going to shut down at 5:32 in 6 seconds. And let's just see. I could just shut down from the front of the machine as well. But I'm curious. Shut down now, says Jose. Now. If you're just getting here, guys, top of the chat, this way. Top of the chat or down in the description, there's a link to enter the Polymaker draw. Remote unexpected. It did. It shut down at 5:32 in about 6 seconds. That's weird. It was about a 1 minute delay for the shutdown, but it did shut down. Cool. So we'll shut this off. Let's go to the back and we will unplug the USB-C here. There we go. And we'll let that just dangle out of the printer because that's the USB-C cable I'm going to be using to hook up to this. I'm hoping that fits up. Might not quite fit up to the top of the printer. I don't know. I may get a longer cord and run it differently. We'll see. But as I say, we flash this now. Oh, is that supposed to be that hot to the touch? I'm just kidding. That's to warn users that it's going down. That's what she said. Okay, perfect. Okay, we got flashing. So now we can get to some building again. So we were on. Now you have to prepare a power cable from the printer to the AFC. Yes, exactly. I've got the USB cable, although as I say, I think I need a longer one. I have tons of USB cables, but I want to strategically run it. You had your word for a sec. I know, psych. Yeah. Oh, I did print. Hang on, let me grab it off the printer here. I did print this little piece that I found there, which is to mount the buffer to the back to the extrusion on the back to mount my buffer. So I printed that little piece out as a little helper. Okay, so we are on to. I'm all over the place tonight. I don't know, maybe excess caffeine. This is a great drink, by the way. Anybody shop at Costco? This is the Kirkland sparkling flavored water. Oh, it's so good. No sugar, everything. It's all good for you. So, so we've done that. We've done this. I'm going to get to the part where the wiring is because I want to start actually connecting the wires to the motor or to the board. So I'm going to make a little bit of room here. Get my drink here, move my keyboard a little bit out of the way. For those of you that remember me bitching about my mouse all the time, I found this wireless mouse that I had sitting somewhere, and it is much less prone of me hitting those side buttons now. So plus I can move this mouse around anywhere I want. Who doesn't shop at Costco? Yeah, that's true. That's true. But this is I don't have a bottle with me, but this is the Kirkland brand. They're tall bottles. You get 24 in Canada. You get 24 bottles for $17.99. sparkling flavored water. Man, it's good. This is the black cherry. Okay. Let's grab our turtle. So we're on the wiring underneath here. So what I forgot to do, which I kept reminding Jerry to do, and I think he did, was I forgot to take this cable from the hub and run it up the middle and join the rest of the cables going forward. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to back these ones up a little bit. And I got this cable mess up here. But the thing is, I need to figure out what's what. And thank goodness these are labeled. Like, for instance, this one's labeled 4, which is motor 4, motor 1, because I didn't even think to keep track of which was coming from where, which is why they say don't necessarily wire it all in yet until you get it all plugged into the board. But I'm going to do it the hard way. So, yay, new mouse. Yes, for sure. Okay. I hear a car alarm going off out there. I swear we were in Chicago today, because Chicago's known as the Windy City, right? We had massive wind today. Like, I mean, I was at Costco today, pushed my door all the way open, went to get in, and the door wind right into my hand. Ooh, anyways, crazy windy day today. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the overhead camera on this guy here. So we're going to do this, and I am going to, I think there's there's nice little cable tie points all up here that I can run this hub wire through. So we're just going to start connecting this up a little bit here. Surprised they're not this way, but they're kind of this way. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to, here, let me zoom in a little bit for you here with this new and improved mouse. I think I'll zoom into level 2. Yeah, better go this way though. That works out okay. And I'm just gonna, I have tiny little holes here. That sounds terrible. And I have big fingers, so I'm just gonna get some tweezers to help me cheat and get these zip ties out of here. I should have maybe done this before I put these tubes in, but that's okay. You have wind all you have wind all the time, do you, Jerry? You're gonna have fun hooking up those cables. It's easier if you start them from the bottom plugs and work your way up. Okay. Well, my plan is to hook them up on the board here, and then it's very tight going in here. So I think I'm going to hook them up to the board, and then we're going to put this into place. And well, we'll see what happens. Cabling, I've learned from building the Vorons, etc. Cabling takes a lot of patience. So let me just get this zip tie in. We're just going to run this cable up. I don't know if I'm going to undo the zip ties I did. I think I'll just zip tie this along the existing bundle of cables. It's not like I have a shortage of zip ties or anything, so we'll just get that one in place there. Where's my nippers? Okay. We'll go a blue one for the next one. Hang on, let me turn a tune on here. I want to see if this gets demonetized. Good cable management takes patience and time. Absolutely. I used to build computers, PCs, way back in the day. I know that if I turn this up to 5, 6 or 7 I had last time. Let's do that. And speaking of Chicago, let's play a tune called The Streets of Chicago. There we go. You guys tell me if that's too loud or if that's reasonable or if it's annoying you. That way the little quiet moments that happen won't be so, like it's how they say, the deafening silence. And when you put your cables in, put them in the right way. I want to get through that. I want to get through to this. I want to start my FilamATrix tonight. I got all the parts printed for the FilamATrix. It's fine, good. You can barely hear it. Good. I don't want to overpower it. I mean, I could probably go up to. We're on 8, 10. There we go. As long as it doesn't overdrown me, because I am the star of the show, not the music. Talk about tooting my own horn. Toot. Okay, now we got red. We'll go red. So we'll come up here. I'm going to come around this side of the motor here. I think I'll come around this side of this motor. It doesn't matter which way I go, but we'll just tie it in. I needed this variety of color zip ties way back when I did my colorful trident, which is no longer a colorful trident. But I gotta say, and I don't mean I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I was kind of proud of myself this week that I was able to get that Voron 2.4 up and running the way I did, because I was so I ran into a few hiccups, and I thought, okay, what am I missing? I've forgotten something, yada yada yada, and then I ended up figuring it out, and it worked. Like, for instance, when I tried to get my 80XL working, it wouldn't work. It kept erroring, and then I realized I had to install something to do with the MCU, and I had to actually program, or Numpy, not Numpy, was it Numpy? Anyways, I had to install something to get it working, and I remembered that, and boom, it started to work. Don't let the music upstage me. Yeah. It helped too. It really helped too. I did refer to the firmware and the config file in the Trident a little bit to help me figure out what I was missing in the 2.4. So helps to have that. But I got the beacon probe working, and it's all calibrated. And as I say, my test print was amazing. The only thing I don't know how to do, somebody in here is going to know. I'm going to ask you to think about it for now, and I'm going to ask you in a little bit to maybe explain it to me again. But the one thing my printer is not doing, so when I start a print, and I'm sure it's to do with one of my macro files, when I start a print, it's not giving me a purge line. So on that test print that I purposely did a brim, so that I kind of cheated and used the brim as my fake purge line. I don't need to get through all these wires, just enough to tack this down in here. So I don't know how to get it to do a purge line, or what macro, or where in my printer config macro or printer config file where I can say, okay, on print startup, I want a purge line. It was a brim I did, actually. I could do a skirt. Yes, I didn't do a skirt. I just did a brim because it wasn't purging the nozzle, and then the first few go-arounds, there was no filament coming out, and then about the fourth or fifth go-around, the filament started coming out. So, but it used to do a purge line at the front of the plate before it started printing. Added in the print start. Okay, and we'll go there after and have a look at it and see. So here we go though. So we got this now joining the rest of the wires. So you just come up here, over here, and up here. It's not the prettiest, but hey, it works. I just don't want, when somebody looks under my covers, it's nice to see, nice if they say, gee, that's a nice wiring job, Tim. Not really. Oh, this window up here, how do I, that's weird. I have to set that so it's more, anyways. I was playing around with some OBS plugins, and that's where I got that little circle, that retro circle on the top there. Okay, one more zip tie for this, and then we're going to start plugging into the board. There we go. Then we'll connect up the LED connectors and everything. A skirt serves the same purpose as a purge line, really. Yeah, it does too, doesn't it? Yeah, it really does. Really, a skirt's closer to your print too, so when you start it, it's actually much closer. Okay, so now I think what I'll do is I'm going to refer to these diagrams here. So if I go back to the display here, so the first one we're plugging in is the N20 motor for lane 4. And that was the little motor which one's the N20 motor? The N20 motor, well, it's gonna be a specific plug. This is why, so the N20 motors, so for lane 4, so if I have the board this way here, so let's switch to this camera here, see if this is a decent view. This is not a bad view. Let me back this up a little bit here so you can kind of, so we have this way. So the N20 motor, so right here, motor 4, motor 3, motor 2, motor 1. These are very well labeled. So the N20 motor is going to be, let's see, that's the hub. And the N20 motors are the 2-plug motors, which are these little guys right here. So there's lane 3. There's lane 1. There's one here. This looks like 4. Yeah, that's lane 4. These are the N20 motors, the red and white ones. That's right. 4. But this is kind of funny because it's a mess. It's a wild mess. So we're going to pull back the ones we're not going to use right now. Okay. So we have that one there, that one there. I just want to try and keep this as organized as possible. Okay, I know I'm ignoring chat. I have a habit of doing that. Jerry knows that I have a habit of ignoring chat when I get focused on something. Now, let me look up. The skirt serves the same purpose as it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. No new chat. Good. Chat amongst yourselves, guys. Come on. So there's our 4N20 motor connectors right there. Okay, so we have 4, 3, 2, 1, which makes perfect sense. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring myself a little assistant. Let's just keep all these kind of right there. That's fine right there. But I'm going to bring myself a little assistant in the form of, say, a Polymaker box. I'm going to put this up top here. It might be better in the overhead view for this. Yeah, that's probably better. And then that way I can... Now I can plug this, so we have lane 4. We go in the right way here. So, although I'm probably better off to start with the stepper motor ones, but anyways. I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's see what happens. Let's see how this works out for me. I still have room for the stepper motors. Lane 4, lane 3, right here. Okay, lane 2, right there. And last but least, lane 1. Okay, so you have those 4 plugged in. Do them next and you'll be fine. Yeah, I'm going to do the stepper motors next because I don't want to have to run underneath all these things. There we go. Okay, so stepper motors, let's move on to where they are. Okay, so let's just see. So, lane 4 stepper right there, lane 4 stepper. Okay, let's go back to here. So lane 4. So that's gonna be lane 4, 3, 2, and 1. Logical sense. So we have 3. Let's find lane 4 stepper. Lane 4 stepper is right here. So let's bring you stepper guys in a neat and orderly fashion. Here's the other one. Because I know this is a tight fit once we get everything in here. Okay, so I think that's, there we go. There's the 4 stepper motors. So I'm going to guess the long one is lane 4. No, that long one is lane 2. Lane 4 is right here. Okay, so 4 and 3. I'm excited to print multicolor on this printer. I really am. 3. Lane 2 is right here. What's tangling up lane 2? Get out of there. We're going to run you under here. And I think you're going to go under this one. There we go. Now lane 2. Oops. Don't want to lose that. Oh, where'd you go? The little lane 2 clip came. I just dropped it inside. Fumbly fingers. The little lane 2 clip came off. So anybody just getting here or whatever, remember to go to, that's weird that my camera in the upper left corner is, oh, that's because I switched to that one. I got to do this. Go to comments, top of the comments, or pin below in the description, and enter the Polymaker draw if you're just getting here. We're going to be doing that draw in about, another 40 minutes or so. Okay, lane 2. Done. And last, lane 1 stepper. You can come under here. That's good enough. Don't fall off of there. And come on. There we go. Stepper motors are all connected. Okay. Woof. You got to meet a lot of new people in your BoxTurtle live streams other than my videos or Saturday Maker Hangouts. That's so cool. That's why you don't like those plastic ID clips. No, I've got printable heat shrink tubing for when I make my own wires, which I would use in this, but in this case I can't. So let's go back here. Okay, so that one we've done. I think we're going to be skipping ahead a little bit here. Load and prep. Okay, so let's see what we're talking about here. Load and prep. The image shows parts of each philological AFC clipper. BoxTurtle load prep, 3 load prep. But what am I doing with those ones? Hang on a second here. So the only wires we have left are these guys. Load 4. We have the hub, load, and yeah, the prep wires. So load 3, prep 3. Did I miss load 4? I must have. Load 4. I did miss load 4. So load 4 is, that's in an odd position. Okay, so load 4. Let me just switch the overhead again, and let's go in a little closer so you guys can see what I'm seeing. There we go. So load 4, whoops, go this way. It looks like load 4 is on the far left, third one up, and load prep, or prep 4 is the second one up on this one. So load 4 goes third one up here. So we'll find load 4. There's load 4. Okay. Well, we're gonna third one up. Get this plugged in right here. Now we're gonna start getting a little tight in here. There's load 4. Actually, I should do the lower ones first if that's going to be load 4, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1 probably, and 4, 3, 2, 1 going up, I'm sure. Yeah. There's always another cake. Another cake. Oh, you guys are talking about cake? Ah. Okay, I'm not going to read the chat when you're talking about cake. You're going to make me hungry. Prep 4. So there's load 2. Let's get load 2 out of the way. We're starting to get a little spaghetti made down here. So load 2, we're going to get you kind of prepped to get out of the way. There, okay. And under there. So we need prep 2. Load 1, prep 1. Oh, there we go. So there's load 1, prep 1. It's right there. Load 2, prep 3. Okay, fair enough. We're uncabled. We have the hub, which I'll get later. And this is prep 2. I'm looking for prep 4. There's prep 4 right there. So prep 4 goes in the second one in the middle row. Right in here. There. Okay. We'll go next and next and next. So yeah, prep. So as I thought, so we're going to be going probably prep 3, prep 2, prep 1, load 3, load 2, load 1, but we're not going to assume anything. We're going to actually flip to the pages and make sure. Okay, so we need load 3 next. What are you hanging out here for? You're prep 2. You're not even in the picture. Load 3 goes right above load 4. There we go. Prep 3. Where are you, prep 3? Prep 1. Load 1. I bet you're prep 3. You are prep 3. Prep 3 is going in here. There we go. I'll flip to the next. Okay. Come on. And load 2 and prep 2, just like I thought, they're going and just continuing in the order going up. So we have hub, load 2, going right here. Okay, and then we need prep 2, which is right here. Like so. And then I'm still going to look at the picture, because if I assume that load 1 is going right above those and prep 1, I know I will get it wrong. But they do. I just feel more comfortable confirming my things. And prep 1 is hiding. Where are you hiding, prep 1? You got lost amongst the crowd. There you are. We're going to take prep 1 out from here. Just going to dig that out of here. There we are. And prep 1 right there. Okay, so far we're good. So far so good. Exactly. Oh, you guys are still talking about cake. Ugh. Okay, so all those are in now. TN, shown as the connections made for TN buffer to match the AFC Clipper add-on default config. The wires for the buffer may be passed through the lower hole in the right rear skirt. Okay, so that's these two bottom plugs are where the buffer's going to go. ADV and TRL, what's that mean? Hang on a second here. See if it explains it in the next one. No, it doesn't. ADV and TRL. Let me grab the buffer. See what's going on with it. Okay, so this buffer looks like it goes in buffer 2. Oh, there's 2 of them. I see. ADV, advance and trail. Buffer 2, buffer 1. One's an advance, one's a trail. Which is which? Okay, who knows? So they're saying in the instructions, advance and trail. Oh, okay, so one of these is, okay, so I'm going to assume trail is going to be buffer 1. No, hang on a minute, no. Advance. There is a... so the filament's coming in this way, it's advancing this way, it's trailing this way. So does that mean that buffer 2 is the advance and buffer 1 is the trail? Advance is the one that's going to the printer. Okay, that's what so advance is this, trail is the one going away, and the arrow is the direction going towards the printer. I think. Okay, so we will put the trail goes in the bottom plug, so that's the trail. We'll find out if it buffers backwards. Yeah, these should have gone in first, but that's okay. But we can get this fit in here. Trail goes in the bottom. So Jerry, you might want to put your buffer in first, but it's not bad. Just got to get this in. You can always change it in the config. Ah. Yeah, okay. And there's the trail, and we'll plug the advance in. go. There we go. Okay, so the buffer plugs are in. Okay. Okay, buffer plugs are in. It's like your stepper motors. If you get your stepper motors backwards, you just put that little exclamation point in front of it to turn it around. That's those. Now the next one, the LEDs. Well, let's find out where the hub goes first. Then we'll, where did I miss? I missed obviously where to plug the hub in. Was that way back when? Let's see, what's the hub look like? The hub is a 3-pin plug hub. Yeah, I'm not going to take a guess there, but I obviously missed where the hub goes. The hub goes in the hub location. Well, of course. That's the RGB1. Actually doesn't say hub on the board, but I'm sure it says SW789, SW101112, SW12346. Okay, let's go back here real quick. And the hub is I'm sure the hub is gonna go in one of these or one of these. Probably this bottom one right here. I'm guessing the hub is going in right there. But it says hub in the manual. Oh, I know it does, but I missed it. I missed it. And oh, does it say hub in the actual AFC Light manual? Here, let me have a look at the pinout. Yeah, let's just look through here. Nope. Right there. Okay, so the hub is the top one. Ah, there it is right there. Okay. I just went by it. I missed it, obviously. Like, well, duh, you missed it, Tim. Okay, so the hub, where did I put it? Right here. Where did I put it? Right here. So that's the top one right here. It's right above the SW ones. And right here. There's the hub. And now we have the LEDs, which I have a wire here for the LEDs. This is the LED wire. And let's zip ahead to where that was. I think that was... Really quickly zip ahead here. And the LEDs are the top one of those 4 right here. Okay, so the LEDs go in right here. Come on, right here. And this plugs into this one. And then these guys all daisy chain together, or whatever you want to call that. I just call it daisy chaining. So these are all going to link like so, and like, oops. Oh yeah, no, that's not right. And like so. Like that, and this end one I think is just a dud. And then we're going to actually have corner LEDs, but I don't have the LEDs, or I haven't decided on LED strips yet. Now we got to put this mess in here. Okay, we have to put this mess in here. Seriously? Tim's getting up there in age. Overlook his mistakes. I think I'm only 1 or 2 years older than you, Jerry. And 76 isn't that old. If you believe me. No. Okay. Oh, I'm missing a fan wire. Fan. Right where it says fan. Aha. Right where it says fan. There we go. Okay. That is all the wires. Now we got to figure out how to jam all these things. Yeah, I'm 62. That was easy. Okay, now. Okay, let's see. Well, that's not so bad. Let's see. And I'm not squishing anything. There we go. Right there. I think we're good. Right there. A little crowded in there with the wires, but that's okay. So I think we're good there, and then I can come and I can actually just get some of these wires sort of out of the way a little bit, but I think that's good. So if I go to the overhead again, I think that's looking pretty good right here. So let me get those, let me get these guys. I think I need my bronze color for this. I do. There we go. $22 years ago and still ticking. Good for you. Okay, and one in this end. There we go. Dog walk time. Okay, cool. Okay, so we can snug that. We can snug this. I think that guy, loosen that one off a bit. And these other ones should be snug. No, they're not. We've got a few loose ones. We got to go around and snug the frame now. Okay. Get this in here so I don't lose it. And let's just make sure. I'm just going to go around and snug everything up. Even though I didn't read the instructions, it didn't say to do this, but I am. Oh man, hang on. One of my trays fell out. Oh. Why did that happen? That's weird. Oh, because this was loose right here. This guy was loose. Well, the other tray fell out too. Shoot. There we go. Because these were loose. Ah, there we go. Make sure these are all nice and even. You hate when your tray falls out. Exactly. Nobody likes a loose tray. There we go. I think we're good here. There we go. I'll just double check. I like that they have the slotted holes in here to allow for that little bit of movement. Okay, and then we'll just check these ones here. Good. This one could use a little adjusting. So, let's see what's going on here. Come on. And this side's a little loose. And this last one should do it. We should be good here. So I believe, there we go. So now I believe we're going to be putting some corners and some feet on. Thank you for the assist, Polymaker Box. Good job. Still have a tray out. I do? Oh, I do. Damn. What the heck? How did that... What the heck? Okay, just behave. There we go. Now stay. Thanks for pointing that out. Jeez. Okay. Trays are all in. Trays are all in. Huh. Hey, One Raz. Okay. And Maker Mindset, I don't think I said hi to you. Just another 3D printing guy, I don't think I said hi to you. Probably missed a few people that have popped in, so my apologies if I did miss you when you popped in. I get so focused. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and 8. Okay. Change that up a little bit. Okay, now let's... I'm just gonna pop through here, and okay, now I haven't done this part yet. I'm not gonna worry about this part at this point in time. We'll get the legs on first. And I did print the, they talked about here about a hard mount, which I did print. So we'll use that hard mount eventually. And I did make these up as we showed last week. And we did put these things in place as I showed last week. So as you can see, I did all those things, put them in place. Or I didn't put them in place. I made them. I made them, I promise. There they are. There they are. So right here. So these were a matter of, if you didn't see last week when I showed it, these are really simple. These screw together. So this just has this little part in the middle, which acts as a screw to screw these two ends together. And then you just pop the bearings. The bearings fit nice and snugly on top of here. And then these just basically, I like this because you can use multiple size spool rolls in here, right? This is adjustable. So these just basically pop in here like so, and like so, boom, and a boom, and then you basically have a roll of filament. And I think this is just peachy keen. And as the motors turn, we have a stabilized system here, and it's great for those smaller rolls too. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So that's great. So we are now on to the next section, okay, which is building the corners. Now, I don't know. Let's have a look and see as far as that goes for heat sets. Well, not heat sets, for the corners. Because I was going to do the, well, let's put the legs on first, and then we'll do that. I was going to do the LEDs, but it was advised to me, and it kind of makes sense that maybe put the LEDs on the front, but not necessarily in the back, because you won't really see them. And I did print both the solid corners and the LED corners, so I can do either or. 3 kilogram size for the wider spools by Prusa. Wouldn't that be? That would be. It's as slick as snot on a doorknob. That's so true. And it's like, this is great. This is just really nice looking overall. I just love the look of that. It's great. Okay, let's grab the pieces for the legs. Let's turn this downside up. And we have these 1, 2, 3. Oh, and I got to cut the little knobby things for the filament run things in the front knobby, you know, nose little sticky outy things. Yeah, you know what I mean. These little things here. Those. We'll grab our corners out of here while we're digging stuff out. And we'll grab this other corner part. And then the feet are right here. I have M310 machine screws extras. I don't know why I didn't use those, but anyways, let's just bring these things out of here, what we had to work with. And then I got my other corners for the LEDs over here, so we'll see what's going on here. Oh no, these are the ones I've already got. I don't know why, for some reason I printed out accent color corners for these, what I just wanted to do. I guess I could have done accent color corners, but I had a choice, so. Okay, so we need the M5 by 16 button heads, and an M5 hex nut, and an M5 washer. Okay, so we got the feet, and we should have some more M5 screws. There's the M5 washers right there. There's the M5 nuts right there. And it looks like there's 2 M5 bolts, M5 by 16s. Where's my other 2? Anyways, we'll put one in. We'll just get started on these right now. Poor turtle is going to die on his back. He is. Get those nuts out. Get these washers out. I used to save these Ziploc bags, but I got so many of them now I don't bother. Okay, so this goes on like that. Okay. So we have that little catchy thing that catches that catchy thing here. Here, let's get you out of the way here. We have our foot. We're going to put a washer on here first so we don't go through the rubber. Then we're going to go through the rubber like so. That seems long. Is that a 16 millimeter M5 or am I missing something here? Let's just double check this and see if this is a 16 millimeter. That is a 16 millimeter. Okay. Just looks pretty long. Okay. I'm just going to stand this up. Grab my nut. Grab my nuts. Put this through. And try and bite the nut. Okay, this is easier said than done. Here, let me share my pain. There we are. Let me share my pain, just because I can. Get the nut in place. right there. Let's hold you in place right there, at least till we get the screw started. Oh, come on. I'm having trouble. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. I got it. There's one. Yay. There's one. Yeah, they're not really shaped to hold those nuts, are they? And they could be. I suppose you could make them shape, because yeah, there's really nothing in here inside to kind of keep that nut from turning. You kind of have to just press that nut in and hold it sort of in position. We'll see. Number 2, I'm missing these 2 M5 bolts somewhere. We'll see. I have M5 bolts. I'm not worried, but I'm just surprised I'm missing them from the kit. But it's just probably me putting them down somewhere. Okay, we'll put this through here. I'm going to use this to hold this in place again. Oh, can't forget this. I need 3 hands. There we go. Get this started. There we go. Once it gets started, it's okay. How many times can I say nut? Ah, nuts. Come on. There we go. Okay, there's second one. Let's turn it over. Now, let's find, I can recycle that. Let's see if I put those other M5s anywhere, or if I am actually just kind of missing them. There's probably a couple of them in this spare parts pack. Yeah, there are. I'll just grab them out of this spare parts bag. That's nice. Again, an LDO thing features a spare parts bag, because, you know, poop happens and you drop stuff, right? So. Okay, we're going to do the draw pretty soon here. If you haven't entered, you got about 10 minutes or so to enter the draw for a free roll of Polymaker, or a Polymaker gift card, which is going to allow you to buy. I have to find out whether it's 30 or 35 Canadian or US worth of Polymaker product. Okay, we're on to this one. Okay. You know what? It's not going to screw very well into a bearing, is it? Put a nut there instead of a bearing. Okay. And in here, and in here, and on here. And let's get this one going. And hold this nut in place. That seems to do the trick. That seems to be the way to do it. And one to go. I love this camera. It's such a clear picture. Okay. Okay, Jason FLT, thanks for being here. I'm not sure. I'll probably go, we'll see how long I go. I normally go 2 hours, but sometimes I extend to 2.5 or 3. So we'll see. Appreciate you being here. Oh, that's too easy now. Get in the hole. There we go. Look at that. Oh, well, I have a bit of a wobble. A little bit of a wobble. Something's not quite, something's a little out of square here, and I think I know what it is. Not that squareness is a huge deal in something like this, but you don't want that wobble. It could be my bench too, because right there, no wobble. Could be my bench. No wobble at all there, and tiny bit here, so more there, hardly any there. Yeah, I think it's my bench. Under it. Look under. Stuff under. Oh yeah, this. This has got to come out somewhere. Oh, I wonder if this should have gone through this hole. Possibly I should have fed that through this hole. Yeah, you think that I should have fed these wires through this so that it doesn't, although I don't think it matters. So I don't know if it matters. What scared you? Plastic feet should be facing the other way. No, they have notches in them. So if you look at the way that they go on here, oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I got them on the right way. Because if you look right in here, they have a notch right there in the printed part that basically marries up with the notch on the green part right there. So I'm pretty sure I got those feet right. But don't ever be afraid to point stuff like that, because you never know. I probably made a mistake. YouTube ad midstream. Oh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Oh, man. I'm so sorry about that. I don't think I lost anything underneath. I think I'm okay. So let's go ahead and get the... we got to cut some PTFE for these 4 guys and get these little nubby things on it. Let's find that section here. So we got the feet on. We're gonna worry about the corners in a second here. So we got the 4 feet on. This guy's right here. So we need 50 millimeter Bowden for 3 millimeter inner diameter. So that's the larger stuff. So we'll do the 4 feeders on that, and then those are going to go in there. You're finished, go print something fun. Yeah, I wish it was that easy, right? So these are my corners we'll have a look at with the LEDs. It's possible for the streamer to control that. I think I remember Steve mentioning that he disabled them for the live streams. Give me 1 second. I think I can do it. Give me 1 second. Let me see what I can do here. I usually disable those, and you know what? I might have forgotten because let me go to the... I think I can do it now. I might have forgotten because I had a real busy week when I was scheduling this stream. If I go live, let's just see. And I always usually turn on monetization after, turn on the ads after the fact. Let's go manage here, and let's go edit. And boom. Oh yeah, you know why? Okay. Then turn this off. Can I do it midstream? I can. Off, done, save. There we go. Okay, I think I've done it. I think you should not see ads anymore. So it just means I lose a little bit of revenue during the stream if they don't play the ads during the stream. But because most of my live streams, most of the participation and viewership is during my stream versus after. But it's not like I make a ton of money during a stream if the monetization is on. So don't worry about that. Okay, where were we? We need to cut some 50 millimeter, 3 millimeter inner diameter tubes, and 50 millimeters each. So let's find the 3 millimeter inner diameter, which I believe is this one. Yes, it is. Although, do I not have anything straighter? I guess I don't. This is all I got. So 50 millimeter pieces. Let's just go ahead and do that. Let's move this sort of a little bit out of the way for a moment. There we go. And I don't believe oh, there we go. I can just use this ruler to do my cutting. If they had relevancy to the content, no kidding. They shouldn't be playing gamer ads during my streams. So let's get this end cut real straight. Okay. And 50 millimeters. Right there. Let's just measure that to make sure. Oh, we're a little shy. That should be it right there. This is not overly critical, I'm sure. Yeah, those two are about the same length. These are just the input tubes, in-feed tubes. Right about there. Yep, and we'll cut the last one based on these ones. Right there. There we go. Measure once, cut twice. In most cases, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's get you. I need a bigger bench. I need a bigger bench. That's okay. Okay, so we have these little pieces cut. Now we're going to pop these in the end caps. I think we're going to pop them in here. I think I got a little mess on the end of this one. Don't worry, I'm an experienced pro with these knives. As he says, losing a finger. There we go. Oh, I thought that went in. Oh, come on. Might have to ream that out a little bit. Here, let me just grab something here. Famous last words. Let me just grab this here. That is one tight fit. Holy crap. Get it in the hole. Okay, one more thing to try. This one. One more thing to try. Just clean that hole out a little bit. Man, that is not easy. So let's see something. I am curious about something here. This piece here. Just curious if there's maybe, yeah, I think there's a little discrepancy in the tubing here. So let me use this. This is 3mm in diameter as well. This seems to fit better. Mind you, I did remount that hole a little bit. Okay, let me grab a piece I didn't remount. Yeah, that goes in better. Okay, so obviously this particular tubing is kaputs. This works. 50mm. 50. Just because you have it lying around doesn't mean it's going to be useful. All that other tubing. And 50. There we go. So let's see. Let's use these ones because I didn't ream these out. There we go. There we go. We'll throw this one out because I widened that opening a little bit. And like always, I double the amount of these because they take such little filament. It's always good to have spares. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's put that drill bit back that I didn't need to use. Grab these guys. And we'll pop these in here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look at that. It almost looks like a finished turtle. Okay. Now the corners, as I said, I printed 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4. I printed LED corners and regular corners. So basically the LED corners have these strips that go in like this, okay, with the clear versus the plain corners, which obviously don't. So I think what I'll do, and I've already inserted 2 of these strips into these 2 corners, so I think I'll use these for the fronts. But I'm going to wait to put them on because I don't have the LEDs done yet, and then we'll just use 2 of these for the back corners. Because there's no sense really lighting up the back corners. I mean, and possibly depending on where I put my printer, right? You won't even see the back corners. So. You do the LED corners in the front and the square corners in the back. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Okay, so we have the back. This is the front. This is the back. Oh, let's get back over to this here. This is the back. We'll do the square corners in the back. Now they are going to screw in through here. So so that's going to go on like that and like that. So I'm going to have to put heat insets in this. Oh, it's pretty cool the way they come together, isn't it? Okay, but let's take a quick break here. Let me put this back here. Let's take a quick break and get to the right camera. There we go. We'll take a quick break and do the Polymaker draw. So extra piece of PTFE, and we'll get to these. And in the meantime, I will, where is it? Right behind me here. While we're doing the draw, I will put on my heat set press, and we'll warm this up to get this ready to throw a few heat sets in here. Is that going to be tall enough, or do I got to get my other one? I think I might need my other one. Yeah, that's, let's see. Oh, not going to be quite tall enough. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so you guys have until I get my other heat set press out to go ahead and enter the Polymaker draw. There's a link in the description, and there's a link pinned at the top of the chat. And as soon as I get the other press set up, the heck with the other press. Let's just go ahead and, where's my other iron? I was using it last stream. I used it. Grab the other iron. As soon as I find the other iron, we will do the draw. Where did I throw it? Tim. I don't know where I threw that other. I have a separate iron that I put away when I was done with it. Let's try down here. Nope. Okay, well, we're just going to cheat then. We're just going to cheat. And we're going to do the draw shortly here. Just going to grab this. Do I have a link to the LED matrix signs in the back? Go to AliExpress and just look up LED signs. There are so many of them. I don't have the exact link to where I got that one. There are so many of them if you look on AliExpress. So we'll just temporarily take that off, soldering iron off of there. And we are going to just use this freehand. We're going to freehand this one. Now let's pop this on, get it heating, and we're going to go close the draw. There we go. Okay, let me just put this somewhere safe so I don't burn anything, including myself. And then we'll go get the draw going. Amazon might have them, but I think they're a lot less expensive if you order directly from China. These ones came from AliExpress. Okay, we're closing the draw. Let's go ahead and say, and disable. So it is disabled, no more. We're going to go to the inbox. We have a lot of entries, I think. 44 submissions, awesome. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab all these. And it looks like download all. Download as Excel. Okay, let me minimize chat for a minute while I go get the list. This PC downloads. Polymaker giveaway March 9th. That's what we want. Okay, we've opened the spreadsheet. It looks like, oh, we have one person that thinks Warren De Silva. You think you're subscribed to me? You know you're subscribed to me. That's funny. Then we add YouTube names. We got to get YouTube names. And we're going to copy. There we go. Now I can bring the chat back up. Like, oh, come on. Do not do this to me. Why are you doing that? Why you do this to me? Why don't you want to come up? There you go. Chat is up. Okay. You like the odds. The odds are good. The fewer people that enter, the better the odds. So let's go ahead and switch over to our Polymaker Wheel of Fortune. And let's go ahead and just get rid of these. These are like placeholder names. We're going to delete those. And we are going to populate with everybody who's entered. Ready, set, and there we are. Okay, so as we do, and as Jerry does in his stream, and as I do in mine, I want a number between 1 and 9, and I'm going to take the 5th person to put a number between 1 and 9. Did you miss the draw, Mark? I'm sorry if you missed the draw. You can't be late to my stream. So 5th person. So we have an 86IX. Oh, good one, 3D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th person was Rebecca with the number 7. Number 7 is the lucky number. We're going to spin 7. We're going to shuffle 7 times and do the spin. And good luck to everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And best of luck to everybody. Here we go. I'd be present to win. Looks like it is Shadow Fang. Shadow Fang, are you around? Shadow Fang, as the lion roars. Did you guys Did you guys hear the lion roaring? Anybody here? Let's see. Shadow Fang is here. You won. Congratulations, Shadow Fang. I'm gonna write your name down here. I will send you. And I gotta get my acting gear so I can get it so it's earlier. But I will tomorrow. I do it when I'm at my office because I have a lot to do when I'm done my streams here. But in the morning, you'll get an email from me with a link and a code to claim your Polymaker. So congratulations again, Shadow Fang. Thank you everybody for entering. Thank you so much. And thank you, Polymaker, for making this an option for me to give away filament on each and every stream. It is awesome, and you guys are incredible supporters of the community. Perfect, perfect. So that's that. So let's get back to the build, shall we? A little bit. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for being on my streams, and thank you for being a subscriber. That means more to me than you guys know. So, okay, so we'll get some corners going. We got a hot cross heat inset thing going here. So we're going to put some corners in here. See if I can get these in nice and straight. Here, let's do this because personally I like close-up burns. If it's going to happen, I like to see them close up. Here we go. That's good. And we'll grab the next one. Don't burn myself. Ah, come on, that wouldn't be fun. There we go. And I think since I got this out, well, of course I'm going to do it since I got this out. We'll get the LED corners. And now they don't come, it doesn't come with the LEDs for the corners, this kit, but I'm going to guess that it's pretty any standard LED strips will fit in there. And if I don't have anything, or if I decide to change my mind, I can just put solid corners in there. And as a matter of fact, what I will do, let's get this one going here, straight as possible. Okay, and just because I'm going to, not that I'm going to change my mind, but if I do happen to change my mind, all I'm wasting really here is 2 heat insets. I'm just going to put heat insets in in the remaining 2 corners, just in case. Because 2812s, 3D Experiments is leaving. Take care, 3D Experiments. Have a great dinner. I have steak waiting for me, shall I choose to eat it, but I had a steak before the stream too. Steak is expensive. Oh my goodness. These days. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to shut this off. Turn off light. There we go. Okay, let's unplug this and put it somewhere safe so I don't burn myself, which really is nowhere. And then we'll put some corners on. Here we go. So these are the back. This is the back. We'll put the back corners on. It's easy enough to pull them out as needed. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I can put the corners on for now until I get the LEDs. I have a ton of LEDs, but I just need to know it's the width of the strip. And of course we run the wiring in through the bottom here and then wire it. I don't know. We'll have to worry about the LEDs after though. We're not going to worry about it right now. So I'm going to make the assumption that I can use M3x6s through here. And you know what happens when you make assumptions. Just got back from the keg. Ah, so you were a little bit late. And there's one corner. plenty long enough. Plenty long enough. Here, we'll do this one here next, this way. And 3x6 here. So this just slots in like so. I could get my power driver out and do it quicker here, but that'd just be showing off and make me look lazy. Everyone is having a steak today. Ah, nice. Okay, we'll turn it over. And I think for now, until I decide fully on these, I'll pretend I have LEDs in here, and we'll just put the pretty looking wannabe LED corners in. You might. It's just what's going on here. Huh. Oh, there's a little support on that. There was a little support built into that I had to take off. There we go. Okay. Something's going, whoops. Huh. Weird. Postpone Valentine dinner, okay. 200C is a good temp settings to pull out heat inserts. I've pulled out a few on some, but I figure for the price of them, they're not overly expensive. So I've actually thrown parts out with heat insets in them before, that just because it's like, I don't know, they're cheap, I guess. Okay, so we got that one, and then we got one more to put on here. Let's grab a screw. Let's make sure there's no support material on this one. There is, so we get rid of that little piece of support. Oh, these ones aren't fitting as. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Is I think when I put the clear cover on it, it kind of pushes these things a little out of proportion because they fit in there really snug. Thus, they've caused them not to warp a little bit, but they're almost a little bit springy. But once I tighten these up, they stay in place really well. So, and then I'll put LEDs in another time. But there we go. There's our fake front. So there's the fake front with the wannabe LEDs in it right here. And then there's the back. Look at that. Something not quite fitting perfectly right here. I'll have to have a look at that after. Something's not quite fitting there, but that's okay. We are pretty much done this build for this. Now, is there a way to... No, I need a power supply. I was going to say, is there a way to kind of hook this up and test it? But I do need to come up with a... Oh, this one's not... Oh, there we are. They seem to all be... This one seems to be sticking a bit. I'll have to look into that. But there must be a way to test these, but I have to have a proper power supply, I believe. So, went to Arizona Charlie's for breakfast and had chicken fried steak and eggs, toast, hash browns with iced tea and sweetened rum. We went to Costco, bought 4 nice sirloin steaks. Like, I mean, Costco steaks are thick if you ever buy steak at Costco. $64 for 4 steaks, which it's not bad because if you're in a restaurant and you buy a steak that big, your meal is going to cost you probably $50-$60 anyways for a steak meal in a restaurant these days. So power supply should be included. Bummer. Yeah, I guess it should, but I guess people are going to power it differently depending on, well, no, or at least the plug should be supplied to run it, because I have to find a, here, let's turn this over without bending those things. I have to find a connector to go in here, which I think I have. Let me just check my connector things here. And then let's see what time we were at. 6. Wow, this is almost 2 hours, but we're done this, and I want to start on the hot end after, because I got this kit for the FilamATrix, but there's a lot of heat insets to put on for the FilamATrix kit, but I'll show you what I've done with that. And in the meantime, let me just quickly have a look at my connectors down here. Which ones? I'm just going to pull a bunch of things out here because I have a lot of different connector kits. I think one of these, not that one, not that one. I think it's this one. I believe this is the connector kit that I need. These are the JST SM male-female connector kit. Yeah, I think this is what I need here. Let's just have a look here. Boom, like this. So it's a 4-pin. So I believe what I need here, 6, 4. I think this is what I need right here. So I believe, I could be wrong. No, I don't think that's the right one. No, don't think it is. Here, let me, because this is the pin, this is the plug right here that we need to use for the power. That's male. No, this is going to be male as well. So for female would be this one. No, that's 2. No, this isn't the right kit. 2-pin female, 4-pin female. No, this isn't the right kit. These are just single row. I need the double row. Yeah, no, I'm going to have to find that plug, that connector plug there. And then I'll have to run that from the 24-volt power supply on the Voron to do that. So that's going to put this on hold a little bit until I get that part in. I just have to figure out what the name of the plug is. It's a microfit Molex 2x2 double row microfit. Okay, I'm going to make a note of that so that I can order that from Amazon, because I have everything but I have all kinds of connectors. Okay, let me put this, oops, let me put this aside for a sec. Oh, stop. I'm going to kill that buffer if I keep doing that. There we go. I'm going to make a note of that. You called it a microfit Molex. And it's a 2x2 double row, yeah. I have to order a kit. That'll probably come in a kit. Should have one in the LDO kit. Really? I didn't see one. Well, let me check. I mean, this is the FilamATrix. Won't be in there. These are hardware for wheel. Hardware for wheel. Didn't use that. Buffer hardware we got. I got a lot of spare parts that were not used. 2020 nuts. Okay, let me see. I don't see anything there. Let me check the spare parts bag. And let me just double check every one of my containers with all my leftover parts. Nothing there, nothing there. So, and, oh, hang on. Hold the horses here. There we go. There it is. See, I just had to look. There it is right there. So that's it right here. Okay. Okay. My bad. We do have it. Okay, so as well as a jumper. Little jumper for something, but okay, that's what I need. Okay, I don't have to order a kit. I don't have to write it down. My bad. It was sitting under one of the boxes. So we do have that. So now we just got to run some wire. We're going to have to make a wire from this to the 24-volt power supply. I guess, what are we at? 6:50? I guess I can go ahead and, oh, 7 o'clock. You guys want me to make the wire right now, or do you want me to? The jumper is for CAN bus. You don't need it. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me see what I got for wire. I got lots of wire. Where's my wire box? There's my wire bin. Let me just get my wire bin out of here. that's my electronics bin. And motors. I have motors coming out of my yin yang, and I believe this is my box of wire. Yeah, I got lots of wire, and I think, what gauge is this? It doesn't say, but that should be, maybe go a little heavier if we're running 24 volt. Let's see. I'd like silicone if I have it. Let's see what I got here. But I don't need to overkill, and I got to remember I've got to crimp to these little pins here, which can be kind of tight. There we go. Okay. So let's see what wires I have here. This will probably do. 20 gauge would be ideal. This is 20 gauge. Oh, look at that. You say 20 gauge, I pull out a roll of 20 gauge. Look at that. Let me grab my handy dandy stripping tools, and we'll sit down for this portion. Okay. That's lots. But you know what? When you have a crap load of wire like me, I'd rather make it too big and have to trim it down later. There we go. And we only need the two, so we only need the top two. Let me just double check. Let me get rid of this. We don't need you right now. It was in the drawing documentation right here. Let me switch. So we are looking at right here and the top two. So we need the top two there, ground and 24 volt in. We don't have to worry about the bottom ones, because all we're looking at is the voltage going into the top, because we're not using CAN. Okay, so the top two are all we need to do. And there's where you put that jumper if you're using CAN. Okay. Now, on that, I just got to figure out on this plug here. I just need to figure out on this plug here which way it plugs in, so I know where to put them in once I get them crimped. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and crimp these. Uh, 20 gauge, we're looking right around there. It's probably a bit too much, but that's okay. Okay. Helps to have the proper tool for the job. So this is a great little crimper. This is it's called an Iwis crimper. It's great for crimping these little guys. And thank goodness they give you spares. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Because sometimes it takes me 6 tries, 6 attempts at this. I'm just going to raise that up a little bit here because I'm going to be working above like this. Now I've got to come in from this side. This is where the big hands can be a little that one. That's the one I need right there. And you just got to make sure that you're not going to squish anything else that's important like that. It's got to come through. Actually, I do want to go on the next one down right there. Okay. Get these wires twisted. They're a little bit long. that's a little bit long. Let me just measure here because you want to be able to pinch the sheath. And yeah, these are a little long. So I'm going to cut these off right about to there. Like so. Let's get all this stuff off the desk. Okay. Okay. Oh, that just fell out. It's the only hassle with this 20 gauge is it's okay, but sometimes it's hard to get that. Yeah, I'm gonna actually use the wider opening so that I can actually get that wire in there, the shielding, because I can't get the shielding to go in on that smaller setting. So I'm going to go up to this top one, which is the 1.9. There, that should be better. Yeah, that works. That's much better. And I get that. Yeah, I still have a little bit too much length on the wire, but that's going to be, it's hard to see on the camera. But that's going to be fine right there. Main thing is I don't squish these little side pins in. So I'm going to shorten this black one a little bit, even a bit more, so I don't run into the same issue. Crimping is hard. Well, with bigger hands too. But I've actually done tons of crimping now with all the builds, and you kind of get used to it, and then it just takes a little bit of patience, and you can't rush this part. Mind you, it took me 30-40 different wasting 30 or 40 of these things when I first started doing it, because I had no clue what I was doing. And right about there. And that one should be good. That one's not bad right there. So now I just need to figure out which way this plug goes in. So the ones that are into the board facing the 3.3 status light are the power and ground. So I just want to make sure that I put the correct ones. So okay, so the locking mechanism for that. So this is going to go on like that. Okay, right there. So I want the power ones to be on top. Okay. And I want the ground to be on top. Looking at the top right is the ground. Okay. Oh, that poor little buffer. Tug test. Tug test worked good. Okay, so the ground, top right, and these go in, if I'm not mistaken, that way right there. Oh, that's hard with this wire. There, I think that worked. Yeah, that one worked. Here, let's get the close up here. And then we'll get the positive. No, I think that's upside down. Yeah, that's going to go in that way. Okay. Tug test on that. Tug test on that. And then you can kind of see the pins are right there where they should be. Like so. So that should be good. Whoops. Oh. Right there. So you can see we got the positive and the negative in there. Goes in this way, so we have the ground this way. So now I can put these little additional pieces aside. We'll just throw them back in the bag. So now I'll grab out a couple of, let me put this, just quickly put this away. Always good to put things back where you found them so that when you go looking for them again, you can find them again. So now I got to grab some terminals. I have a terminal kit here somewhere. There's this, but I have another one. Where's that other terminal kit? Where's my good terminal kit? Huh. Right. Oh, I thought I had more. Should be able to get away with these. What kind of controller do you have in your printer? Controller board, I have a Octopus. But I can run 24 volts right off my power supply, can I not? For this? These are too big. This is what I want. Yeah. So I got a red one. I'll just use the two red ones. I'll just make sure I put the black on the black and the red on the red. I have another terminal kit somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I have a brand new one somewhere with more variety, but that's all right. Those will work. And then I have terminal crimpers here. If you run a power line from an unswitched fan out of the Octopus, it will be fused. Oh, that's smart thinking. Because it won't be fused directly out of the power supply. And I do have unused fan switches on the Octopus. And they have 24 volt. I just got to look at the pin out and see which way I've got to put the Doomer thingy pin. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Let's have a look. Since we're doing it. Let's just let's put these things back in the drawer. Is this powered off still? Yeah, it's powered off. And my soldering iron's cooled down. Okay, let's have a look. JST XH connector. JST, I think I have the proper connectors for this too. Let's take this off of here. That's the sample print that we did on the 2.4. And let's go ahead and put this on its side. Oh, I got to ask a question before I end the stream, so you guys might know. Two questions actually to do with these Vorons. So let's see what we got here. So yeah, here, let me get this camera up so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. Let's turn this a little bit further this way. There we go. I'll see if I can get this up with a view inside here a little bit further. Hang on. There we go. So this is what we have. There's the Octopus board. There's my fan controllers up here. I think those are the fan, but we have one right there. We have one open port right there. That just means I have to tell it where the power is coming from. And so right now, I believe, hot end fan, I believe these are all pinned or for 5 volt. So I think it goes 5, 12, 24. J56 and J57 are both good. Let me get some light on this here too. Hang on a sec. Right here. Let me brighten that up a little bit too. Oh, that's where. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to look and see, but I'm thinking right here. And there's a jumper on the top one, which I believe is 5 volts, and I believe the third one down is 24 volts. I'm going to have to double check that. I don't see the number on this, but yeah, I think that's the only one that I'm going to have that's free to get 24 volts out of. So that should work. So let me look really quick. We still have people watching? Good. As long as we have people watching, I'll keep going for a little bit longer. Another 45 minutes maybe. I had a pinout saved of this board. Let's just go octopus pinout. There it is. And is that clear enough for me to see? Yeah, I think that's clear enough. That's hard to read though. We were looking. Oh man. Yeah, that's not a very clear drawing of it. I like to look at one that's really sharp. Maybe this one. Still not very sharp. Boom, 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 boom. Just me, but I would recommend running straight from the power supply, really. The jumper is good. Okay. So Thunder Keys. Okay, well, Thunder Keys is the expert on the turtle here. So I'm thinking if he suggests running right from the power supply, we could do that, which is basically just tying in right here. Yeah, I can just tie in. We have one, just tie into this here, either one of these. And I guess, yeah, the only disadvantage is it's not fused, but but you'd like to know why. Yeah. Well, I think now, is it something to do with maybe the firmware and setting up the firmware and as opposed to using that jumper, or putting more stress on the board? Had to do real life stuff like a trip out to the grocery store. There you go. Does the BoxTurtle draw that much current? Well, that could be it too, right? Okay, the JST connector is not rated for the load, nor is the fan circuit. The FC board has fuses. Oh, okay. Okay, well then it's probably just as easy to run right from the to draw right from the power supply. Then that's fine. Where did I put the cable I just made? Right here. So I've made the cable, plenty long. Well, no, actually, it's going to reach the top. So this is going to come out of here. Come out of here, come out to the back and up. Oh, I'm glad I made it this long, actually. I probably do need it fairly long. So let's just do that. Let's grab my two things here. Let's go ahead and strip the end of this. Well, I'm glad you're on here, Thunder Keys, to let me know that. Good, cool. Then we're not going to mess with it. I do need my wire strippers back out though. Here we go. It's nice to have all the tools you need and know where they are for a change. These are, I may have to double this over. We'll see. Let's just strip enough so if I have to double it over, I do. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to double these over. We'll go with this one for the red. They're both red connectors, so it doesn't matter. Although, no, maybe I don't need to double that over. Let's just see if that's going to make it. No, I don't need to double that over at all. It's going to be plenty. These are made for 20 gauge, I guess. So we can shorten these. Oh! Whew. Be careful when you get a piece of copper wire that's going to just poke single strand of wire poking right into your finger. Not fun. There we go. That's smarted. There we go. And Fan wires are for fans, not for auxiliary power. If you had to tie into the board, I would have rather suggested a bed or hot end heater part for 24 volt and trying to... Okay, good enough. Good to know. And we are red, so we're going to go to the red 120 gauge. And there's one. And second one. The black one. Okay, tug test. Oh, see, tug test failed. Failed. See if this tug test fails. That tug test didn't fail. Where'd I put him? Did I put him back? Oh, right here. Temptation for people to use a fan port would result in too small a gauge wires for the run to the box. Yeah, okay. Because you definitely have to have smaller than 20 gauge. Okay, so you came along when you did for a reason. Okay. Let's not fail 2 tug tests in a row. Let's crimp this properly. There you go. There we go. Okay, good. I got the red on the red and the red on the black. So just to make sure that I do, so the red wire, of course, is going to the red, and the black is, of course, going to the black, but I only had red and red terminals. Okay, so I'm going to temporarily run this. We'll just run it out the back here. Well, of course, there's no openings in the back. So we can run it out the side. You guys discuss that, and I'm going to discuss how I'm going to run this out. Actually, I'm going to pull this plug for the... See if I can pull this plug out that I put in for something. And I can actually run this wire out the back of the Voron through this. Like so. Perfect. Whoops. And then I can hook up the 24 volt wires. So we can come back here. Let's get some light on the situation. Bright it out. Come on, go. Turn on. There you go. So I can go ahead and tie into... Probably, what's this one coming from? This one is the, let's go into the SSR. But either way, we got 24 volts coming out. We'll just pop into these top 2 here, positive and negative here. Should be fine. Okay, where is my screwdriver? Here we go. So we will loosen that. We're going to get red to red. Let's give this a bit of a... There we go. Actually, let's take this right out and we'll just buddy them up. I don't need to take that right out. Ay, ay, ay. Yuck! Yuck! My hands are getting right in the way anyways there, so okay, there we go. So we'll tie you in underneath there with that. There we go. You're going to share some voltage here. Okay. We're good. And the ground. Okay. A little looser. Just want to get under that clip. There we go. And there we go. That should be good. So we've tied into this ground. Whoops. We've tied into this ground and this positive, which is the same ones that are going to the SSR, but we have 24 volts out on those. So should be good. And just because I'm going to put a little strain relief we'll tie this little bundle up. Let's do it on the network cable strain relief here, because I'm not actually connecting to the network, so I don't worry about interference. Just put a little bit of strain relief on that right there. Okay. And we came out this other back port here. I don't know what that was for. That had this plug in it for future use or whatever it was. Probably for, no, the Ethernet is the one above it. That might have been for USB or something. Actually, a smart guy would run the USB cable from the Pi over here. So a smart guy would run the USB from the Pi over here that I've got running out here, out to the back. So you plug in a USB cable here to go up to the, that may be something I do in the future. And then we'll figure out a way to run this. So, yeah. This is going nowhere. Yeah, don't get into a heated argument over nothing. It's not worth it. Not that it's an argument, it's a conversation, but still, fellas, can't we all just get along? Okay, we got that. We can shut this down. We can bring this back up, power it up again. I got to do something with my ADXL wire. Anyways, it's just, for now, it's just a temporary fix. So we have this guy. Let's wrap that around here so I don't lose it. Now, stand you up. There we go. Now, there's a question probably for Thunder Keys. Can I plug the BoxTurtle in right now, power up the computer, and see if we get power to the BoxTurtle? Is that something I should do just to test the power? I haven't done any configuration on the software yet, which I'm not going to get to, tonight. Techs and engineers. No animals were hurt in the course of this discussion. Awesome. So can I do that just to test it? Power it up right now? At this point in time, I do have the USB cable right here. I can plug into it. You can just make sure the pins are correct on the AFC light side and that the switch is on the buck side. Okay, and I think we're good. So on the AFC light side, oh man, I keep taking this darn buffer with me. Oh, we got to be on the buck side, which is this side here now that we've switched to 24 volts. So we're going to switch this over to this one. So, and I believe everything else is correct in here. So we switch this to the buck side, which is this way. Okay, we have so we can go in here now with the USB right here. And I believe we don't have a pin. We're not doing CAN, so we don't have that jumper activated here. Everything is plugged in correctly. I think we're good to test. So we plug in the USB here, and we can stand this up. Just make sure, okay. Actually, let's get the power going in here first. Since we got this nice and long, and I did make sure that I have the power going right. We have the negative and positive on the top two. We don't need the bottom because they're for CAN. Why aren't you going in? There we are. So that's hooked up. No jumper. Yeah, there is no jumper there. The jumper is off. Okay, So if I actually now power the printer, we'll have a look and see what if we get lights here and see what happens. No smoke, okay? There we go. Here, we'll keep the camera on there while I power it up. And let's keep our virtual fingers crossed for no smoke. Okay, here we go. We have a fan. Okay, we have a fan on in the Turtle, and we have a 5 volt and a 3 volt light lit up. Things seem to be going good. That fan is not too loud, a little loud, but not bad. Yeah, the fan back here is running. And the Voron is booting up. We should get to the Clipper screen here in a second. And there's Clipper. So I think you didn't have 24 volt though. You don't, yeah, I have 24 volt. Oh, 24 volt light. It doesn't, there is no light that says 24 volt. It says status 3.3 and 5 volt. I don't see any other LED saying 24 volt. So just the 2 LEDs down here that are lit up. It'll be obvious if it doesn't have it later. Yeah. That fan is running. What is that fan? That's a 5 volt fan. So obviously that fan is getting 5 volts off the board. So things seem to be running okay. I don't see any issues. I'm not smelling any smoke. Unplug the USB cable. Should I unplug it hot or cold? Oh, I see. Okay. Ah. You know what? It stopped. So it is running off the 5 volt. So wonder what's going on. So now, okay, so with the 24 volt hooked up, would anything light up on here? You wired the power to the bed, and it is switched. Oh, you need to ground into the power ports, not the bed port. Oh, I wired into the one that goes to the. Okay, I see what you're saying. Let me shut down. Okay, let me shut down and accept. Let me shut down and have a look at this. I think I kind of understand exactly what you're saying. Okay. Okay, let me easy fix, right? So let's go ahead. Oh, this is when it's handy to do what I did in my Trident and do the inverted electronics. The inverted electronics are much more. Here, let's unplug this. The inverted electronics are a little easier to get at when you're going back and forth. I see what you're saying. Okay, so here we go. So what you're saying, instead of wiring into here, I should come down to, let's see, which ones are these? Yeah, I should come down and wire instead, because this is switched. These are switched for the bed. Yeah. Oh, you'll love the inverted electronics on the Trident. It's beautiful. I'll pop that open one day. Okay, so we're powered off. Yes, let's take this off. Okay. Lesson learned. I never thought of that. I never even thought of that. Oh, just the ground cable. Oh, okay. Okay, well then let's do that. Let's keep the positive here then. I know my hand's in the way. Okay, let's get this back in here. Okay, now let me just snip this off. Now I've really messed up here. No, I haven't messed up. Okay, so let's take these. Oh, and I just dropped, there it is. Okay. Get you back in there. Okay. You are, okay. And then we're gonna, you back in. You back in. There we go. So we'll put these back on. So an always on ground. Okay, and we'll pop the ground off of here. Okay, tighten this one back up. Okay. So for always on ground, ground is switched. Oh, I get it. Okay, so let's see what we have. I'm not familiar with this board, but I'm pretty sure, because these ones are going. Oh, so you know what? I'm brain fart here. You know what? I should be coming from the main power supply, not the board. I should be coming from the power supply. Should I not? Or does that matter? I'm hooking into the 24 volt on the board. Should I just go hook into the 24 volt on the power supply? Then we don't have to worry about being switched. Yeah, I was going to, and I just, then there's no worries about being switched. Okay, let's do that. Why mess with the board? Yeah, okay, so let's go down to the PSU. Okay, so that's this guy right here. So this one I can tie into the, there's a ground right there and a positive right here. I can tie into this ground and tie into this positive, piggyback on this one. Man, I just brain fart. Get this out far enough. I said power supply so many times, and then I go ahead and I tie into the board like a doofus. Okay, there's the plus, and then we have a blank negative here. Ground. There we go. There we go. Okay. That's better. Now let's get these wires out of the way. Let's go ahead and just want to zip tie these things. I don't even know what these wires here are for. I don't even know why I have these ones hanging here. Oh, I think those are for thermistor chamber or chamber thermistor and stuff. But I want to go ahead and that's fine for now. We'll just go ahead and test this out right now. These guys should just be, let's just tidy this up just a hair. Let me grab a zip tie. I'm just going to tidy this up a tiny bit here. There we go. It's good enough for me. Okay. Okay. Hey, Armored Turtle, how are you? Okay, so we got it coming from the PSU. Let's go ahead and try this again. Let's stand this up. I'm going to have to do a resonance test on this again when I'm done after all this moving around. Okay. Now we'll just start with the power first. Let's see what happens, then we can do USB afterwards. Make sure we're powered through the power. Okay. Power in. Let's give this a shot. There we go. Now we have fan and power without USB, so we're good. But yeah, the indicator lights in here is just the 5 and 3 volt lights are lit up. I think when they're both lit up, that's indicating 24 volts is my guess, because there's no fourth light for 24 volts. So if it was 3.3, it'd be 1. If it was 5, it would be the 1. 24 volts, both are lighting up. What screen is that on my 2.4? That is a Big Tree Tech TFT. That is a Big Tree Tech TFT 7-inch touchscreen, I believe. Running clipper screen, and I have the same one way over there. You'll see I have the same one on my Trident. It's because I'm blind and I can't use the little screens, so I use the big screens. So, yeah. You want one. I'll bet. They're not, they're what, 80 Canadian. They're 80 bucks, 79, 80 bucks Canadian. They're not bad price for what they're doing, and they're a really great addition to the Trident, to the Vorons. You prefer 5-inch. That's what she said. Sorry. But yeah, so this is good. Okay, so I'm going to power this off now. We're good to go on this, except I got to get the firmware, but that's going to be another stream. So let me power this off real quick. Oh, I should have shut it down properly. My bad. I have a bad habit of doing that. Okay, so we have power. We have 24 volt power. We have our USB. I need to get a longer USB cable because I'd love to run the USB cable out the back, same place I did with the power supply. And then we just have to, I guess adjust firmware, put the clipper settings in, and then we do test printing or something like that. Cool. HDMI or DSI? It's HDMI. No, DSI. This is, I don't know. It's, I don't know if this has HDMI on it or not. It's plugged directly into my Pi. Plugged right into my Pi. You're asking me technical questions I don't know. Have you guys seen the beacon probe running on the Vorons at all? It's incredible. I got to start a print when I'm done this anyways. So it's a ribbon cable. Yes, it is a ribbon cable running from this into the Pi board. Same on the Trident over there. Yeah. But I think there's also I believe there is also a HDMI port on these boards. You ordered a beacon for your Micron. The beacon probe is pretty cool. I will say the beacon probe is amazing. It is fast. Let's see if I'm going to boot up again. I'm just so glad I got this printer working again. That's huge. 10 222. Yeah, we do have it up and running. It was so nice to see this screen when I was doing all the fixes and everything. So yeah. After building the turtle on live stream, I guess I need a Voron then. Yes, Jerry, you do. Join the Voron club. But yeah, let me home this. It's incredible. And, you know, the other thing I want to do, the next thing I want to do, or one of the next things I want to do on this printer particular, I did a lot of changes on the, so if I did a lot of changes on the Trident, but one thing I want to do on this printer is sensorless homing for X and Y. So is the next thing I'd like to do. And then I want to put the Ramus idlers on the front and left here. I have them, I just got to put them on. And yeah, and sensorless homing for X and Y. And I believe the sensorless homing is just a matter of adjusting the firmware. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is for, I know not everybody's seen it, but let's just see if, do I have the, let's see. No. Yeah, so if I do this, it's pretty quick compared to what I had on there before as far as, so this is doing a bed mesh calibration right now with the beacon, and it's very fast. And it was quite accurate too. Yeah, umbilic in the Bowden tube don't get all twisted and kinked during movement of the gantry. Yeah, if you see in the back, my tube gets caught behind the chain, and I've got to figure that out. Yeah, so this is it probing. This is doing a bed mesh probe, and it's pretty quick. And done, 2 passes, and then I just basically save config, blah blah blah. So I do can go way faster than that. It can go faster, and yes, it can go faster, but does it lose accuracy going faster? Those are things that are above my pay grade. Yeah, but yeah, so I would definitely like to know if it does. No, so it doesn't lose accuracy going faster, huh? So for those of you that are experts, I had 2 questions. Maybe let me sit down and ask these questions, and then I'm almost done the stream. But it's been a longer stream than usual tonight, but it's been a great stream. The fans. Okay, well, tell me. I'm going to ask you, where in the print config do I find that speed for bed mesh? And the fans on the bottom, so my case fans, in other words, they're on the other side, but these case fans here are always on. I thought they only came on when I started the bed heater, and then off when the bed cooled down. Is there a way? Where do I control that, and how do I say I don't want them on all the time? Like right now, they're on, and they don't need to be. Oh, so it's beacon config that controls that? Let's have a look. Since we got a little bit of time and so if we go to machine and printer config and then beacon config, beacon right in here. Okay. Mesh directions, mesh runs. I don't see mesh speed. Depends on what part you plug them into. Oh, I see. Okay. Don't have to do that now. I can figure that out later. But yeah, I don't see. There's the beacon config section right here. And I don't see anything to do with speed. Now, I know how to change the homing speed. Bed mesh algorithm. Okay, so you're saying put in bed mesh algorithm bicubical tension 0.2 speed. Huh. Bed mesh. Okay, so that's going to go under the beacon. Bed mesh. Do I have that? Do I have that in there at all? Bed mesh. Let me just double check. Bed mesh. Let's see if I have a bed mesh section. Right there, bed mesh. Over there, speed 100. So I can up that speed. You're saying 600 for the bed mesh? So right there, I have a bed mesh section. Can I just up this, or do I basically put in what you got there? Try 400 for start. Okay, well, let's go 400 and see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it's faster. Here. What's going on? Oh, I see what's going on here. First time using this camera stand, Tim? Yeah, must be. You do 350, but now you want to try 600. Okay, so we started up. Let's go to let's switch the cameras, and let's. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's go back to here and let's do a bed mesh again at 400 or whatever I set it to. Well, I got to home it first. Of course, you want to home first. You're running at 750. I don't want the head to go through the sides of the printer. Okay, then let's do a bed mesh when it homes. Okay, that's better. That's pretty quick. That's quicker. Oh, it's almost a bit too fast for it. Yeah. So it bungled out at the end there. So I think I'm going to go and we'll slow that down just a hair. Let's just see. Let's go 350. Let's do 350. That should be fine. Yeah. Let's home it. 350 will probably be playing. Not like I'm in a rush to get print started or anything, right? Oh, I can see myself in the shadow there. Let's try 350. See, 350 should be fine. Okay, so if I do it now, yeah, 350 looks good. It's not like it's a race. I could even tighten that mesh up, put more points too. But how precise do you want to get? Yeah, that's better. That's much better. I like that speed. I like that one. I don't know what my Trident's at. I have to have a look at that in the Trident and see, but I'm not sure what I'm at with that one. Why is this camera so crooked? What the heck did I do here? Oh, I know what I did. There, that's now it's better. So, okay, I had one more question, and it was a printer config question, and I'm trying to remember what it was. I should have written it down. With the fans, I'll look into the fans and see. But what was the other question I had with it that you guys would probably know? I don't remember. I'll think about it and write it down. It's making you excited to get yours installed. Well, good. That's the idea. I'm glad. Oh, show my fan config. Yeah, let me show you the fan configuration here. Here we go. So let's get back into the configuration. And we'll go down to the fans. Fan control. Here we go. Hot end fan, controller fan, and print cooling fan. So it looks like the controller fan is the one we're looking for. Controller fan, we are on pin PD12. Kickstart time 0.5, heater bed. Fan speed 0.5. Then we have an exhaust fan. I wonder if it's the exhaust fan I should be using instead. Because this talks about the heater temp, etc. I'm not sure. I know I can't get, can I make that bigger? Control plus. I don't know how to make that bigger. No. Oops. Trying to make that window bigger. So yeah, I believe it's the controller fan that's controlling that right now. And I'm thinking maybe it should be the exhaust fan that's controlling that. It's actually plugged into PD12. Yeah, it is. Now, The exhaust fan looks like it has more controls. So we have heater, fan, exhaust. I don't know. Shutdown speed 0, max power. Because it talks about the heater bed and then the print temperature. So basically, yeah, I don't know. I would think that, you know, when the bed gets down to a certain temperature, when the bed is heating up, yeah, you want that fan underneath to keep things cool, because that's when it's utilizing the whatchamacallit for controlling the heater bed. So yeah, this is the part that I'm not 100% sure about. Don't talk to me about NeoPixels. I gotta work on that eventually too, but I control those right now through Clipper Screen. So yeah. So if I were to change this one to PD12 and uncomment all this, or comment all that and uncomment all this, I wonder if that would make any difference. I don't know enough about this, so yeah, I can play with it, you know, off stream, no big deal. So yeah, I didn't realize they have oh, look at that. I didn't realize they had little quick jump to sections over here. I've never seen that before. Holy crap, I've never seen that before. On the right hand side here, I didn't know. You want to go to stepper Y, you go to stepper Y. You want to go to fan, right down to fan. That is cool. So anyways, let me try that for fun so you guys can see if I blow everything up. So if I uncomment all that, and if I bring all this stuff up and change this to PD12, let's see what happens. See if I get an error. No error. Okay, so now if let's just say I home everything. No fan coming on yet. Bourbon in hand, your back dinner is over. So we're homing, no problem. No fan coming on. Now if I tell it to heat the bed, so let's just, for fun, say let's heat the bed to 50 and go. Oh, the fans come on really hard. You can probably hear them. Now if I say let's cool it down to 0, fans go off. There we go. So maybe that was it. I think that might have been it. Wrong camera. So although I can control the fan speed now. So now when I heat the bed up, when the bed heats up, those side fans come on. And when I tell the bed to cool down, those side fans turn off. I forgot to uncomment the top line of the section, did I? Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Look at that. I didn't know. Did you guys know about this little shortcut here on the side? I've never seen this before, so I can go right down to the fan section. Look at that. That's cool. Anyways. Well, this one right here. Uncomment. Oh, heater. This one here. Oh, I see. Okay, uncomment this. There we go. Okay. Kickstart time 5, shutdown speed 0, max power 1. That went on pretty quick. I'm going to put max power 0.8 and see. So let's restart. Let's try that now. Okay, so we should start up fine. And then we will go ahead and no fan. Let's heat the bed again. Let's heat the bed out of 40. It doesn't matter. Okay, the fan, they come on, not quite as heavy. You can also run the LDO 24-volt fans at 12 volts to make them quieter. Ah. Now if I turn the bed off to 0, the fans go off. That's what I wanted. We figured it out together. Perfect. Now they're not running constantly, but I do think I'm going to turn them down even lower. They don't need to be blowing that hard. I can feel it out here. I think I'm going to turn them down. I had them at 0.8. I'm going to turn them down to, I'm going to turn this to 0.5 and see, that should be plenty. Unless maybe if I'm running a much higher temperature bed when I'm running ABS or something, then I will turn them up, I suppose, but I could. So now let's just see, 40. That's about what they were running at before. So that's much quieter right now. And if I put my hand on the, oh yeah, there's still lots of airflow under there. Okay, so we'll leave it at 50 for now, 50%, and they're not nearly as loud. And then when I go 0, they shut off. Okay, perfect. We solved that problem together. Awesome. What's the name of this printer, Jerry? This is called the Voron 2.4. This is a 300 millimeter version of it. R2, yes, Voron 2.4 R2. And for those of you that weren't here earlier, after I got this thing, Thunder Keys, I don't know if I ever told you the issue with this when I couldn't get it going. It was the WPA supplicant file that I needed to adjust. But I got it all, I got everything in. I got the beacon working. I did the accelerometer. We did the resonance testing on it. And we did the PID tuning of the heater in the bed, of the hot end of the bed. But that's all the tuning I've done. And this was the first test print I did on it, which was, it's like a little egg holder, and it's a tall, it was a 8-hour test print. But man, for an untuned printer, I mean, that is, I was actually quite impressed with that. So you can't really tell if there's any ringing going on or not, because this is not really a good test print for that. But what a clean print. What a really clean print. I was super impressed with this thing. So, yeah. So I was quite impressed. Oh, thank you so much, Ladybug, for the $2 super chat. You're welcome for the stickers. I hope everybody that asked for stickers has got their stickers right now. But you know, I need to do this because you did that. I have to do. Where is it? Right there. Right here.
Super chat.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's I mean, this print, I mean, considering I have not tuned this thing yet, it's amazing. Like, I cannot find one flaw on this at all. So I was really, really impressed with it. So I'm going to go through the Ellis's tuning guide eventually with it. But I figure what I'll do is we'll get the BoxTurtle up and running on it, and then we'll basically just tune everything together so we're perfect harmony. So anyways, that is that. Soup it is. But it's that time of the night, guys. I've actually gone a little hour over what I normally do, and I appreciate everybody that's been on here. I want to actually congratulate again. I think it was Thunder Keys. No, it was Shadowfane. It wasn't you, Thunder Keys. Sorry. I have you in the brain. Shadowfane, congratulations on winning the Polymaker Filament tonight. And I will be reaching out to you tomorrow. And for everybody else, come on back. And we're streaming every Sunday. Next week, we're going to work on the software configuration for the BoxTurtle. And hey, it'd be great if we could get some. No, we can't get the print started yet. We still have to build the FilamATrix. Maybe we'll build the FilamATrix next Sunday. We'll get that working on it. And hopefully within the next 2 streams, we get multicolor printing. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. You even know what you want. Awesome. So you'll be able to go get that tomorrow. So everybody have a wonderful week. We'll see you guys next Sunday. And I appreciate everybody. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Take care, everybody. And we will, I don't know. All I can say is thank you very much. Have a great week. Bye for now. Jerry, I'll talk to you soon.